First and foremost, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakak, Wadash. Yahweh is who this world ignorantly calls God. Yahweh Shai is who this world ignorantly calls Jesus. Ba'ashem means in the name. Rakah means spirit, and Qudash means holy. And that's all in the Paleo Hebrew. I also want to give double honors to the outer bishops and apostles of Great Millstone that taught me this truth. Today's video, I wanted to go over something Trump said yesterday, which is prophetic, which is what the brothers, starting at the top of Great Millstone, have been saying. And what we've been saying is that Israel is gonna be the country that gets all World War III ignited. Israel is gonna be the country that gets World War III ignited, and it's gonna happen by the means of Israel dragging America into World War III. Now, where do we get that thought from? Where do we get that concept? It goes back to this, Jeremiah chapter 50 and verse 45. It says, "Therefore hear ye the counsel of Yahweh, that he hath taken against Babylon," okay, aka America. "And his purpose is that he hath purpose against the land of the Chaldeans. Surely the least of the flock shall draw them out. Surely he shall make their habitation desolate with them." Right? And who are the least of the flock that is going to draw out America? The least of the flock is Israel. Okay? They're a small number, a small so-called nation, right, of Edomites, but they are the ones that ultimately control everything. And they are the ones that are going to draw America into World War III. It says, "Surely he shall make their habitation desolate with them." Right? Because, hey, it all started with this: Israel against Hamas. Now it escalated to Israel against Lebanon. Then it's escalating now to Israel against Iran. Okay, and after that it's going to escalate to Israel against Russia, because Russia backs Iran. And guess who backs Israel? America. And that's how you get America versus Russia, World War III. So when it says, "Surely he shall make their habitation desolate with them," is because Israel is going to make America desolate and themselves desolate, okay, by playing this whole game of, oh no, we got to kick out the Palestinians, right, and ultimately wanting full control, dominion over that landmass over there, which doesn't even belong to them. That's the craziest part, is that it doesn't even belong to them, okay. It says, "At the noise of the taking of Babylon, the earth is moved, and the cry is heard among the nations." Right, so, and when this place gets taken, it's going to make the entire earth move. Now ask yourself, what can possibly make that happen? If your answer is not nuclear missiles, then you don't know what's going on. Okay? You need to get into those scriptures. You need to watch some videos, because that's exactly what's going to happen. Okay? Nuclear missiles are going to drop on America and make this place desert. And it's going to make the earth reel to and fro like a drunkard, as it says in Isaiah chapter 24. Right? It's going to be like something we've never experienced before. So this is where we get the concept that Israel is going to drag America into World War III. Now, it's beautiful that the prophecies don't lie. And what are we seeing right now? Trump saying, Sneako reacts to Trump saying the U.S. will take over the Gaza Strip. "We voted for you because you're going to put America first, not do Israel's job for them. Netanyahu is smiling like he owns you. Israel owns the United States." And that's the truth. Okay, Israel owns the United States and ultimately owns the majority of the world. Now, the funniest part is that all these streamers, all these people that don't know these prophecies, they thought that Trump was going to put America first. He was going to stop war and everything was going to go back to being fine and dandy. Wrong. If they knew the prophecies, that no matter what, America is not going to recover, they know that Trump, if anything, was the trump card. He was the one that was going to flip everything upside down. And it looks like that he's doing exactly what we thought he was going to do. Right? First thing that I thought about when Trump came into office was 2 Thessalonians chapter 2. No, 1 Thessalonians chapter 4. This is what I thought. Nope. 2 Thessalonians chapter 1. Nope. One more. I'm going to just search it up. 1 Thessalonians chapter 5 verse 3, "For when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them, as travail upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape." Right? That's exactly what I thought about Trump. Right? Everybody was saying peace and safety, everything is good. America's about to come back. But guess what? Sudden destruction. A day one, biggest immigration policies that we've ever seen. Even in my city, they're cracking down, trying to catch immigrants. He's really doing what he said he was gonna do, and guess what? It's only gonna get worse. Okay, and the thing about it is that eh, people are out here talking about, oh no, but if you're an American citizen, right? Your parents, let's say your parents were both Cubans and you came over here and you were born. Oh, so you're an American citizen, you're fine. That's what people think. Oh, I'm fine because I'm an American citizen, even though I'm Latino. Wrong. They don't understand that scriptures say that this is Jacob's trouble. Okay, this is not just undocumented immigrant Israelites' trouble. No, it's Jacob's trouble. It's all of Israel's trouble. So there's gonna get to a point where they're not gonna give a fuck if you have American citizenship or not. They're just gonna throw you in detention camps because of what you look like. Okay, because you look like a Latino, because you look like a Negro. Because you're an Israelite is essentially why. So all that is coming down the pipeline, and these people think peace and safety. Sudden destruction is what's gonna really hit them. So that's the funniest part is they thought America was about to bounce back. Wrong. Trump is doing exactly what he's supposed to do. He is under the elites, and hey, he's ultimately just another puppet in the show. He's being controlled. So I have this article here going into what he said. He said, President Trump floated two bombshell ideas Tuesday about Gaza that has Palestinians, Israelis, and the wider Middle East scrambling. The first, that the U.S. will take over the territory, the U.S. will take over the Gaza Strip. Trump said in a White House press conference with Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu, we'll own it, we'll have opportunity to do something that could be phenomenal, the Riviera of the Middle East. The second, that Gaza's entire population would relocate to other countries. We should go to other countries of interest with humanitarian hearts, and there are many of them that will want to do this, and build various domains that will ultimately be occupied by the 1.8 million Palestinians living in Gaza, ending the death and destruction and frankly bad luck, he said. Right, so he pretty much wants to go into Gaza and do what the Israelis haven't been able to do, right, which is get rid of the Palestinians. Now, like I said earlier, everything that they're doing is prophecy. Okay, it was prophesied that the Holy Land was going to be divided by line. Okay, in Amos chapter 7 and verse 7, therefore thus saith Yahweh, thy wife shall be a harlot in the city, and thy sons and thy daughters shall fall by the sword. Okay, that's exactly what's happened. You look at the Israelite woman today, and what is she? A harlot, a prostitute in the city. Right? They call them being in the streets. Complete whores, jumping from man to man. It says, and thy land shall be divided by line, and thou shalt die in a polluted land, and Israel shall surely go into captivity forth of his land. Okay, that's exactly what we see. The Holy Land right now is divided by a line. Okay, you have nations that are not even Israelites fighting over a land that's not theirs, fighting for Gaza, the Gaza Strip, Israel. This is prophecy being fulfilled. The other one that they also fit is Ezekiel chapter 36 and verse 5. It says, therefore thus saith Yahweh, surely in the fire of my jealousy have I spoken against the residue of the heathen and against all Idumea. Right, so he's talking to the heathens and against Idumea, Edom, the Greek way of saying Edom. Okay, so-called white people and residue of the heathen, those Arabs right now, which have appointed my land into their possession with the joy of all their hearts, with despiteful minds to cast it out for a prey. Right, and that's what they've done. They have appointed his land into their possession with all the joy of their hearts. And they're doing whatever they want to do in there. Being unrighteous in the Holy Land. Being unrighteous in a righteous land. Okay, that's why the Lord is fucking them up. Go read about that in, I think it's 2 Kings chapter 17. How when he had the Assyrians take over Israel, Samaria, they were being attacked. They were being attacked. The Lord was sending lions to fuck them up because they weren't following the law of the land. Right? In order for that land, okay, the Holy Land to be prosperous and fruitful and to be good, you start planting things that everything just grows perfectly. You have to be following the law of the land, or else the land will actually kick you out. Okay, go ahead and read that whenever you got spare time. Okay, search it up. Pretty much what happened was that the Assyrian king had to go and find one of the priests that he sent away to Assyria, and had that priest teach all the heathens that he put in the land how to follow the law. and so they weren't, so Yahweh wouldn't fuck them up. But that's a prophecy that these so-called Arabs, Israelis fit, is imposters taking over the land. But as I was saying, okay, this is all prophecy. Okay, America is gonna come from Israel's bidding. Now, let's get this in Habakkuk chapter 2 and verse 5. It says, Yea, also because he transgresseth by wine, he is a proud man, neither keepeth at home, who enlargeth his desire as hell, and is as death, and cannot be satisfied, but gathereth unto him all nations, and heapeth unto him all people. Right, and that man is ultimately talking about this nation of America, Babylon. Okay, this is a nation that transgresseth by wine. Now, what does it mean when it's going into that? When it's talking about America and the wine is symbolic for philosophy. Okay, one place where we read that is here in Jeremiah chapter 51 and verse 7. It says, Babylon hath been a golden cup in the Lord's hand, that made all the earth drunken. The nations have drunken of her wine, therefore the nations are mad. Right, like I said, the wine talks about philosophy. And the American philosophy is wickedness, westernization, Americanization. Okay, and all these nations have drunk of that. They've all been westernized. And they're mad because they realize that this type of lifestyle, LGBTQ, is not beneficial. You know, it's destructive to the family unit. So, we're here in Habakkuk, we're talking about a Babylon. It says, Shall not all these take up a parable against him, and a taunting proverb against him, and say, Woe to him that increaseth that which is not his, and to him that ladeth himself with thick clay. Right, so all these nations are going to come against America and say, hey, forget these people, right, because these people take, and they don't give back, right, they cover themselves with thick clay. Now, when you go into that word thick clay, it goes into the Hebrew word ibatiat, which means weight of pleasures, heavy debts. Okay, America covers themselves with heavy debts. That's exactly true. You know, it was prophesied that it was going to be this way. When you search up the U.S. debt clock, let's see what it's at right now. Real time, 36 trillion. That is thick clay, heavy debt. So, what is this? American Supercycle, the golden age of wonders. But that's what we're seeing. Okay, let's keep reading. It says, shall they not rise up suddenly that shall bite thee, and awake that shall vex thee, and thou shalt be for booties unto them, because thou hast spoiled many nations, all the remnant of the people shall spoil thee, because of men's blood, and for the violence of the land, of the city, and of all that dwell therein. Right, so all these nations are going to spoil America because America has spoiled them. Okay, because of men's blood and for the violence of the land. Okay, what they did to the natives here, the Israelites, of the city, and of all that dwell therein. Right, how they treated their own citizens. Right, being taxed to death, and all the tax money that gets taken out of our paychecks goes where? To Israel, to Ukraine, to be wasted on a missile in 30 seconds. 30 million gone in 30 seconds. So that's why these nations are going to get mad and ultimately a World War III. And we're seeing the beginning of it here. We'll get another one in Revelation chapter 17. It says, And the 10 horns which thou sawest upon the beast, they shall hate the whore, and shall make her desolate and naked, and shall eat her flesh, and burn her with fire. Now when you go into the 10 horns that were on the beast, that goes into NATO and EU. Right, I made a video going into that. Just search up on my channel, Revelation chapter 17 breakdown. And it says the whore is going into America. It says that NATO, EU is going to make America desolate, even though they're allies. Okay, they're going to turn on her, on this place, and make her desolate and naked, and shall eat her flesh and burn her with fire. How are they going to do that? Nuclear missiles. For God hath put it in their hearts to fulfill his will, and to agree, and give the kingdom unto the beast, until the words of God shall be fulfilled. And the woman which thou sawest is that great city, which reigneth over the kings of the earth. Okay, and that's another point, is that this guy said, damn, you know, Israel owns the United States. Okay, United States being that woman, that whore, you know, mystery Babylon the Great. But guess what? America reigns over the kings of the earth. So, if America controls the entire earth, and Israel owns the United States, and again, who rules everything? Israel. And who rules Israel? Those top banking families, Rothschilds, Rockefellers, you know, all Edomites. So the Edomites are the ones ruling right now. So Nothing new under the sun. And I mainly wanted to make this video because it's just crazy how prophecy is jumping out the scriptures, and I always forget it, but the power that we have, the power of knowing what's going to happen in the future 100%. We've been talking about this, the apostles have been talking about this for nearly 40 years, nonstop. And guess what's happening? The same way these were talking about 40 years ago when nothing was happening. So we're in those times, prophecy is happening every single day, and it's going to keep on happening. So you best get right before you get left. Hopefully this is edifying. With down to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakak Wadash. Double honors to the elder bishops and apostles of great millstone that taught me this truth. Shalom, Sila, Shalom.